We got to talk about Melo, too, because he scored 15 points in the fourth. He led the Knicks to a comeback win.
Yes.
But let's be honest.
Yes.
All we really care about is the ensemble he rocked after the game. Little mink action. Internet gave him a platinum package meme treatment. What do you guys think? What's your fave here?
Oh, Cameron, yes. Wow. Dipset. You know what's funny? The coat reminds me of Joffrey Jafar's coat from Coming to America. Like like a lion's mane on that. Mm-hmm. Look, here's the thing. Do you know what that outfit says to me? He said, Phil, you can try and change this weather and give me a blizzard. I'm not leaving New York. You're going to have to take me.
I'm with the producers. I think this was a cry for
No.
I think it's just a fashion statement.
Are you down? Okay.
Again,
so,
you're right. I mean, he's not leaving.
He's not leaving. He's like, look, I'm here.
Give me the player fashion critique here. Is this a yay or nay on Melo fashion?
I'll give him a yay on that. With the blizzard in New York this week, hey.
Yeah, you're into that?
You gotta dress warm, Rachel.
Remember when Dwayne Wade had the crazy fur Wookiee look or what?
See, that's the snozberries taste like snozberries.
That one's not that bad.
That one's all right. That's just a hat. This right here, gangster, 20s gangster, Harlem Nights. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what this is.
I don't know. It's kind of cute.
Wow.
It's a cute dog.
What is this? What is that? Where did y'all find that one? I've never seen that one before.
Clearly, it's time for us to take a break, but coming up next.
Westbrook in that game had his 32nd triple-double. Now listen to the crowd chanting MVP. Remember, we are on the road now. We're a couple thousand miles away from Oklahoma City, and a rousing chant here in the first minute and a half of MVP for Westbrook.
What he's done has been felt all the way around the league.
Shout out to the announce team for reminding everyone what part of the country they're in. You just heard Nets fans indeed chanting MVP at Russell Westbrook in the first 2 minutes of last night's game. Did not take long. Scotty, do you have any problem with the road love
Not
there?
Not at all. That's respect. You know, those fans want something to cheer for. To be honest with you, that's respect. Russell Westbrook is having a phenomenal season. He's doing something that we haven't seen in basketball in the last 50 years. So, just out of respect, the fans know that they're not going to be watching basketball in another 30 days or so. So, hey, let's give it all to Russ.
Some people might argue they're not watching basketball right now. No, look, respect is one thing. We talk about some of the great arenas, Oracle, Madison Square Garden, where the crowd knows and appreciates greatness and applaud. Channing MVP though, show a little bit of just
right at the beginning.
Let him have a triple double.
I was more okay with this. He grabbed a rebound to secure the 33rd triple double of the season, and they gave him a cheer, and I was okay with that.
That's all right, but to start, there it is, right here. So when they start cheering here and acknowledging, that's cool.
Right.
The guy just got on the floor, Scotty. He automatically just as if he's not going to play the rest of the game.
You're talking to a man that season you guys won 72. That was crazy. I remember that every arena y'all walked into, the visiting fan, it was just basically there for you.
It was, and that's just respect from the fans. They appreciate good basketball. And there again, the fans in Brooklyn really appreciate the way that West has played this season. And, it was a little disrespect to the home team.
Yeah, how do they feel? They're chanting.
Well, maybe they'll get motivated.
But the home team has disrespected their fans by not being in the postseason.
There we go. See? And that, my friends, is our ending note. I want to move on to the Warriors, who looked shaky against Philadelphia for most of last night until, it counted. Golden State trailing by as many as 16, and then Draymond Green got angry. He played just exceptional defense, sparked a fourth quarter rally. Steph finally seemed to find a shot at the end there, too. He finished with 29 points on his 29th birthday. So, Scotty, do you feel like Warriors fans should feel more encouraged by the end of the game? This team has kind of found its footing again without Durant? Or should they be more worried about the fact that for 3 quarters they didn't look so good against the 76ers team that had no Embiid?
Well, I think they're a little bit more worried about the 3 quarters that they didn't play well. We're used to watching the Golden State team that puts down 4 great quarters, and now that they're going 3 quarters. But really, it comes down to Kevin Durant. That's what they're really worried about. And that's what they're going to be looking over their shoulders. The next few weeks is whether KD will be there for them come postseason.
Yeah, for me, I think there's a bigger story. The bigger story is Steph Curry doesn't look right. Well, last night at the end he did, but we're talking about, I want to say 28 out of his last 35 wide open three-pointers he's missed. So that's 7 of 35. That's 20% shooting on wide open three-pointers. If we were talking about Iman Shumpert like that, we would say, hey, man, you got to make those shots. Those are the wide open ones.
Right.
Let alone the best shooter in the NBA. So Durant being out makes this an issue. If Durant wasn't out, we'd be like, Steph's not there yet, but it's okay because Durant's here. But him being out, now it's a concern. He's got to get on track because ultimately they're going to win. I'm not saying he has to be last year MVP level, but he can't be missing open threes. That's for sure.
And it's interesting to see, is this going to be a spark plug to now they're just going to be right for their next few games because they have a nice little homestand here? Mm-hmm. Or are we going to see more? They're not all going to be the Sixers without Embiid. So, there's going to be some teams coming in here that are going to give them a rougher time. And as we're going to talk about here, seeding is an issue. They have lost a tiebreaker to the Spurs. They still have one more game against the Spurs to go. And we have to get to the fact that LaMarcus Aldridge, news came this morning, he has been cleared to resume all basketball-related activities. You may remember Aldridge initially declared out indefinitely with a minor heart condition. He missed 2 games, but now he is back. Greg Popovich said this morning he's going to be available tonight against the Blazers. No restrictions. So we're talking about jostling for seeding, 1 and 2. These guys are neck and neck down the stretch here. And obviously, does the Spurs now, if they have Aldridge back, is this enough to beat the Warriors head-to-head?
It is. If Durant's not there, if Steph Curry's in his feelings, then yes, it is. I mean, that's just the truth. We always knew that this was a high-caliber team. They have an MVP candidate in Kawhi Leonard. They've got, obviously, the best coach in basketball. So all you need is that that door open. And that door is open with Durant not playing and Curry not playing well.
And it is open because Durant is going to be a little rusty coming back. So they got to get that chemistry back. And again, Steph has to get back to their MVP level before they can consider themselves the top team in the West.
On any of your teams, how worried were you about seeding? Because to us on the outside, it just feels like, oh my God, they got to get that number 1. It's going to make such a difference who they end up playing for those first 2 rounds.
I didn't feel it was important in my last 3 championships, but the first 3 championships, definitely I felt that the home court advantage was important. But,
That's an amazing sentence.
I don't mean to put all those numbers out there, but realistically, my first couple championships, we needed home court advantage just for confidence.
Really?
But, this team has already won a championship, so do they really need it? Maybe not, but after going through what happened to them last season, they need home court advantage.
That's interesting. Yeah, and I think the Spurs have learned their lesson on home court advantage, too, after what's happened with them the last couple of years, so we'll see. My first 3 championships, it's amazing. Our distant replay today comes from the year 2001 and features the one and only Nick Van Exel. That's all they've told us, though, so we aren't going to be as surprised as you. Take a look.
This evening. Last second shot.
I've seen it. It's a great play. It's a great play.
360 jumper.
He was like a trick shot master.
Yeah.
He was the original Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, but keeping your balance and your eye line on where the basket is.
Well, his eyes are really wide apart.
As Vince Carter told Dan Patrick that he believes if they were both in their prime, he would beat Michael Jordan in a dunk contest. Scotty, you can be the tiebreaker because you played with Michael, you played against Vince. Who would you pick in a dunk contest?
I'm picking Michael.
Come on.
I'm picking Michael. No, but to be honest, Vince is very athletic. He's probably got Michael in that, but
in
Michael
that one area, right?
Michael had the flair.
Yeah.
Vince
had flair.
He jumped over a 7-footer.
Look at this. Look at this, man.
He barely dunked it. Look at that. Look at this man. This man home by his elbow. He put his career on the line. Come on, Flair. This is nice. This is one of my favorite dunks of all time. This is really nice. But guess what? This is even nicer. He's out the bounce, and T-Mac had to make the right pass.
Well,
I like the leaning dunk. It is one of my favorites.
It's good.
But no, Vince Carter.
We can do a whole show of just this.
First of all, Vince Carter, one take. Every single one of those dunks, one take. Yeah. Second of all, in game, he would give the artistry in game. How many distant replays have we had?
Yes.
Where it's Vince Carter?
Right.
Hey, you want me to go against a guy that I played 11 years with?
I get it.
Okay,
the show's better like this. If we disagreed, then it won't work.
Remember what you said in the last segment? My first 3 championships and my second 3 championships. Time for Make or Miss. Miss Sobriety. Oh, yeah. Former number 2 overall pick Darko Milicic told Yahoo Sports he used to drink alcohol before Pistons practices. I don't know why we should be surprised considering all the other things that have happened with Darko, but come on.
Question: have you ever been in a Larry Brown practice? I would be drinking after practice personally, but
I mean, come on. Is this guy trying to make us think he was even more of a bigger bust than we already think he is?
I think he was a better player drunk.
Well, I don't know how you could have told. Make teamwork. LeBron James accidentally knocked over Kyrie Irving last night, but then helped him up while maintaining his dribble. Scotty, it's impressive, right?
Hey, that man is great. He can do a lot of things.
Look at this. And then he still goes back for the ball. It's like, all right.
Gotta make sure you don't turn it over.
Nice teamwork. Two teammates from the University of New Orleans got a little physical with each other last night. Guy started choking his teammate on the way back to the bench. They didn't see this.
Hold on.
So there you go. They got very upset. They had to be separated. There was choking. There was pushing. There was shoving. Look, there goes the arms. Yep.
Come on, man.
Oh. You know what? You got to leave that in the locker room.
Or not
Save it for the locker room.
Make appliances. A fan asked Klay Thompson to sign a toaster last night, which he did. Scotty, we want to know if you would sign a toaster, first of all. That's the first question on the floor.
A toaster, probably not. I think it'd be devaluing my signature.
Wait, when we say toaster, what kind? We talking about?
Like a toaster.
Okay, because
you remember
some of my friends have a different meaning for toaster.
Dude, come on, family show. At the beginning, we showed you that Dirk got a potato. So if you won't sign a toaster, we didn't know if you'd sign this potato.
That would definitely devalue my signature.
He won't do it. But Amin will do it. Amin will sign the potato.
I'll do it for the team right here.
Not worth anything. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.